Hi, and welcome to Terry Talks Movies. This time around I got a haul from Umbrella Entertainment. New releases that are available in the web store that Umbrella has. And they're pretty good. 2 horror movies, both on 4K and Blu-ray. Tons of extras, box sets, limited editions. Let's get started with the merch. Umbrella is now doing hats, and there you've got David, the logo for Umbrella Entertainment on this hat. Good quality hat, love it. It's really comfortable. It's adjustable at the back, high quality. That's the first thing I got from Umbrella. Second thing is a tote bag, and the tote bag is pretty good. And the logo on the back of the tote bag is really relevant to physical media collectors like myself. Feed your machine. That's one side of it. Good quality cotton tote bag as well. And the other side has all the iterations of Umbrella's logo. And I really like this. I'm giving this one to middle-aged geek girl because a cool tote bag like this would be very much her kind of thing. And again, I like the fact that Umbrella's doing this. Sometimes if you like a company, you like what they're doing, you want to represent a little bit. And I love the hat. As you know, I collect hats. I'm not sure where I'm going to store them because I've got a big bag of them already, and so there only seem to be more of them coming into the household. That's the merch. Thank you to Umbrella for that. Next up, first one is a movie that I watched this year for the first time. From 1981, directed by Andrei Zulawski. It's a creepy horror movie that blasts you in the head. I'm not going to do spoilers on this one, but it's well worth checking out and well worth having. And it's a little movie starring Sam Neill and Isabelle Adjani called Possession. There's your wonderful hard case for it. And on the back, of course, you've got the usual removable card with all of the details of the extras. And I will read them out to you. 4K UHD 100 and Blu-ray discs. Over 120-page hardback book exploring Possession by Alison Taylor. Classic poster art. Outer ridge slipcase, classic poster art design slipcase, 8 replica lobby cards, A3 reversible poster, and a limited edition numbered release. And I got the 1282 or 1500, as you can see down there. And if you remove the little removable card here, you've got a little bit of a kind of hint toward what's happening in the movie. Then inside you've got all the goodies. I'll do the lobby cards first. There's the child of the couple played by Sam Neill and Isabelle Adjani. The story is basically Sam Neill and Isabelle Adjani are a married couple called Mark and Anna. He's a secret agent and goes away for a while doing secret agent stuff. They live in pre-fall of the Berlin Wall, Berlin, on the west side, right near the wall. And he comes back and his wife tells him she wants to leave him. And he doesn't know why. He gets a private investigator to investigate. He's shattered, he's broken, and he finds much more than he suspects. And this leads him down a road of madness, and we get some bravura scenes. There's a scene of Anna having a miscarriage in a subway, which is probably the iconic scene of the movie, apart from the scene where Mark finds Anna with her lover. And I'm not going to spoil that for you, but it's worth sitting down and watching this movie. So there is the couple there. The very young Sam Neill. There's one of the action scenes in the movie. This one's a little bit sanguine, but remember, it's not real blood. There's Anna when she goes a little bit off the rails. There's that one. Again, a little bit bloody and gory. And there's Anna threatening the private investigator that Mark sends after her. So all good quality lobby cards. So they're all good quality lobby cards. Then we get the book by Alison Taylor, and it's hardback. This is rock solid. This has a full essay about the movie with illustration. Haven't read it yet. I've only just received this. But top quality stuff, and you don't get more complete than having extras on the disc. Plus you have a hardcover book telling you about the movie. From there we get another slipcover, and this one with slight hints about what's happening in the movie. Nothing particularly on the back. And then we take that off. 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray. there with that wonderful black case. Inside we get the 4K and the Blu-ray. And not only that, but we get the poster, the reversible poster. And I'll show you the poster art. There's one side of it, which is kind of iconic. And there's the other side. I tend to leave these in the cases. I'm not going to put them up on the wall because I don't have enough wall space. But I like having them as part of the package. I've got an inordinate love of movie posters, and just having them there is good enough for me. So I highly recommend you see Possession. If you're a horror movie fan at all, this one is going to blow your mind. It's a really weird film, and I remember it came out on VHS and didn't make much of an impact then. It came out on DVD and didn't make much of an impact. When it started to roll out in Blu-ray and 4K, people start paying attention, and there have been a lot of people who have revisited this film and reappreciated it. It's a metaphor for divorce, it's a horror movie, it's slightly Lovecraftian at times, and the fact that it's filmed right next to the Berlin Wall before it collapsed, in a very kind of austere looking part of Berlin, just adds to that. It's got a vibe unique to the time and place in which it's made. It's one of the good early Sam Neill roles as well. He's gone on to do many wonderful things since then. But in this one, you don't quite get into the head of the character until later in the film. You find out he's a damaged piece of shit. But Possession in this particular package, if you're a horror movie collector, you're going to want this. There is no way you're not. Quality product, quality release from Umbrella. And I'm really glad I've got it in the collection. Next up, we've got an Australian horror movie from 2022, which has done really well. It was written and directed by a pair of Australian guys from Adelaide, Danny and Michael Philippou, who have for a long time had a YouTube channel under the name of Raka Raka, where they put together small films, mostly action films at the time, and got themselves a great following on YouTube. And then they cut a deal with A24 to make their movie Talk to Me, which is a really solid horror film from what I understand. I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen the trailer and it intrigues me enough that I'm going to watch it this week. Again, this is one of the limited editions. There are 2,600 of these. I've got 1,100 of 2,600. As you can see down there, this new light is a little bit problematic, but we'll get there. And I'll just go through the extras before we get into all of the stuff that's in the box. Audio commentary from the directors Danny and Michael Philippou. Talk to Me Sydney premiere question and answer. Talk to Me behind the scenes. Interviews with cast and crew. Deleted scenes and a trailer. The package is fantastic as well. The story is basically a bunch of young people in Adelaide find a mummified hand, which is preserved. It's the iconic image of the movie. If you shake the hand and say, talk to me, you can talk to a departed spirit. If you say, I let you in, you can be possessed by it. But unless you let go of the hand within 90 seconds, the spirit will take you over. Now, contacting the spirit, there's a euphoric after effect where people get a bit of a high from it, and so it's quite popular for people to do it. One person doesn't let go of the hand within the 90 seconds, and therein lies the tale. Good concept. There is a deluxe edition of this which has a facsimile of the hand, but I didn't get that one. I don't need more things on my shelf anyway, which looks like this. Here's the lobby card. There's another lobby card showing the hand. There is one of the protagonists possessed by the hand. And yet another. There's a nice shot, and the cinematography on this is beautiful. I've seen it on the trailer. It's just wonderful. There's that one as well. Can't show you that one because it's a bit too blood and gutsy for YouTube. And there is one of the people who has been affected by the hand. So we get that. We also get a book, Talk to Me, there, with a lot of extras in there. Director's statements, making the film, whole bunch of quality additions there, which I always like reading through after I watch the movie. I don't want to read through this stuff before. I'm kind of avoiding spoilers on this one for myself. I want to just go for the ride. I know the setup. I know the kind of format. I know what the guys are doing. I really want to see this one. The budget was $4.5 million, which is peanuts really, but it's made $91.3 million so far, and that's in US dollars. So the Philippou brothers are going to be big players in the horror space in the future. There's no way they're not going to go to the stars after this one. Really interesting stuff. So there we go. And then we got the actual movie in a steelbook. Nice solid steelbook. I'm not particularly a big fan of steelbooks. I don't care one way or the other. But because this one came in there, I'm fine with that. I don't have anything against them. It's just not something I collect. So we've got this really solid steelbook with the 4K and the Blu-ray slipped in together. They're not in tight, so it's not going to damage anything. And you get a bit of an inside cover there. Nice solid steelbook. And then also we got the poster. We always get the double-sided poster. This one I like. I think I prefer this one to the other poster art. That one works for me because it's got the person being affected by the demons. And then you've got that one on the other side, which is still a solid good poster. I just prefer that one a little bit more. So I am looking forward to watching this one. May even get Middle-Aged Geek Girl to watch it with me. She's fairly interested in this one as well. She's not always interested in the horror movies that I watch, but I think this one I can tempt her and get her to watch it with me. So there it is. And there's the back cover. Again, it's a quality release by Umbrella, along with Possession. Good, solid choices. They're both transgressive in their own ways. One of which is 42 years old and is now getting reappreciated. And Talk to Me, which is only a year old and is really starting to gain some traction in the horror movie community. I've been getting into horror movies again a lot, and I've seen some very transgressive things in the last couple of years. I rediscovered my love of them. Yes, I like classic horror films, absolutely. No argument there. But I'm leaning into an appreciation of more recent horror films. And yes, the 1980s is a while ago, but things like Talk to Me, I'm really looking forward to still enjoying new things rather than just rehashing things I've seen before. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to watching this one. So that's it. 4 things I got from Umbrella: a hat, a bag, 2 solid movies on 4K. These guys are doing some really interesting stuff. They're also opening a new sub-label of Asian cinema, which is going to be exciting in 2024, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Umbrella releases, and that's going to expand my knowledge of Asian cinema, which I've always wanted to do. And I'm glad that they've got the wherewithal and they've got the ambition to do this. Umbrella's streaming service, Broly, is also opening up on the 23rd of November, and so they're going to be streaming Australian films and a lot of cult films as well. At this stage, from what I understand, it's a free service. There may be ads in there, I don't know, but one way or the other, Umbrella is expanding what it does in 2 different directions, and I really wish them well in this. They've released a lot of classic Australian cinema, and their love of genre cinema and Australian cinema is unequaled in the Australian market. So having said that, thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification bell. If you can't think of anything else to do, leave an emoji. You can become a channel member and donate there. You can also become a patron of Terry Talks Movies at patreon.com/Terry Talks Movies. Got Science Fiction Saturday coming up at the end of the week. I've got another double feature coming up on Monday, and the cycle continues again. So until then, watch some good movies, watch some bad movies, watch some new horror films, and just go for the ride. And I'll catch you next time.